Hello everybody, welcome to LilyLuLou. If you're new here, my name's Karen, I'm the Junk Journal Geek. Excuse me a moment. Max, no, leave it. And that's Max in the background who's making his presence known. So I'm back again today to continue working on this trifold. This is a design team project for Vals Crafts Creations, and I will leave all the relevant information in the description box below the video. Max, take it out. Always being a right pain, isn't he? I'm carrying on. I started this in the last video and I'm carrying on. It's the same day here. And I thought, while I've got the opportunity, I'll just carry on working. But obviously this will go up on a different day for you. So while I was away, I let the dog out and I fiddled about with some trims. If you did watch the last one, you'll know that I wanted something to hide these gaps here. We're going to put pockets in here so the bottoms will be all right on the inside. So first of all, I pulled out this green ribbon, which you will have seen on other Christmas makes. So sorry about the noise in the background. Max has got a chew. Max, on your couch. On the couch. He's gone in his bed instead, so it'll still be noisy. I thought that was too bright, so I gave up with that one. Then I found some white lace, but it was too white. But I thought that would have looked nice, sort of there and going over. But it was too white, so I did dirty up the end with some ink to see how that would look, but I wasn't happy with that. Then I remembered I had that rickrack from my last BB Crafts delivery. Again, there's videos on that if you would like to see them. I'll try and remember to link those, but I thought that was too bright. I'm just showing you, you know, what I've gone through. I didn't do all this on camera. That was too thick. Yeah, I didn't want to do this all on camera because you know what I'm like. That I thought was perfect, but I don't have enough of it. That's the only strip I've got. So then I went to the old favourite, my crochet trim. So that's what I'm going to use there. So I'm going to stick just this little fancy edge down on this side and then fold it over on the other side so that we've got that at the top on the inside, just to finish everything off. And I probably will go through and stitch this afterwards, but obviously I can't do that on camera. So I'm just working out which is the right and the wrong side, and I can't decide. So if I can't decide, it doesn't matter. So let's pop some glue on here. So how are you all today? I hope you are all well and happy. It's still very windy here. Obviously, I say it's the same day as I did the last video, so not much has changed here. Just deciding how far down I want that. I think I want just the edge on this side. I'm hoping that that is going to look okay. Bit of music there, bit of percussion going on. And then I'll need something along this edge, which I could use the gold along the bottom maybe, but I'll think about that. And then I'm going to bring this over to finish off the inside. So I'm going to pop glue on these more solid bits and see if that will be enough. And I'm just using art glitter glue here. So I'm just giving that a moment for the glue to grab. I could have used my glue gun, it would have been quicker, but I haven't got it plugged in and ready to go. And it's a faff to get it out and sorted. So just going with what I have to hand. So I think that looks quite nice. Should have got oh look, I've got some paper clips here. Let's just paper clip that for a minute, just to give it a chance to grab. My pot of paper clips is at my daughter's house. I sent that with the advent so that they could pin them up, because I couldn't find what I wanted to use and time was running out. Now I need to put pockets on this inside section. Now there are some pockets and things in this ephemera, in the ephemera pages. Let's have a look and see. Thinking these two might be wide enough for each side, or the one in the middle. Got tags and things there. Got little envelope type pockets there, they might work. These are journal cards, but they could be used as pockets, obviously. And then we've got some decorative elements. Aha, there's some pockets. Oh, corner ones. Have a look at those. I'm just thinking this strip, you know, it's like washi tape. That might be useful to use to hide something if I don't go with the gold. Right, okay, I think we've got enough choices there. So I'll just pop you on pause for a moment while this dries, and I will cut those pieces out. You don't need to watch me do that, and then I'll be back. Okay, I cut some of these pieces out, but they're not quite the right width for what I want, so I'm going to make my own pockets. So I've just pulled out some of the papers. I thought this one might be nice to do along the middle, because it's got "'Tis the Season." I thought that would work on the middle pocket. And then I'm just deciding what to use for the others. I might use this one. So the two pockets on each side need to be 4 1/8 wide, but I do want to back this just to strengthen everything. So I'm going to stick some book page on here. This is just, I've actually been using this as a glue book. It's just an old paperback book that my mum had finished with, that's seen better days. So which side was I going to use first? Let's start off up here. So I'm going to cut this at 5 inches wide so that I can have little wings on each side, just to, you know, give you a bit more room in the pocket. Obviously I need to trim off this top edge, all the white edges, well, not all of them, but the top one at least. I'm going to start from the top. So how wide is that? What did I say? 4 1/8, and that is just under 3/4. I need to cut some of this off as well. I was just deciding if I could get away with leaving that edge on, but I can't. Now the other thing I need to decide is how deep I want these pockets. I might have deeper ones on each side and then a shallow one at the bottom here where we've got the word joy. So how deep is that? Let's say 3.5 inches tall. So first of all, I'm going to cut this at 5 inches wide. We need that for the next one. And then, what did I say, 3.5 inches tall. Is that going to be too tall? Is it going to look funny? I'm just deciding if it's going to look odd if I have taller pockets here and a shallower one there. And I'm hiding all those lovely flowers. I'm going to hide them whatever though, aren't I? Maybe I'll do them the same all the way across. So the one in the middle, I'm going to want to be about 2.5. So should we do this one 2.5? Let's do it 2.5. So it's going to be 2.5 tall, but I want a little gusset at the bottom, so I'm going to cut it 3. Right, so that's going to be my pocket. One, 2, 3, 4 and 1/8 would be there. So I have got 3/4 of an inch there. So if I make a score at about 3/8, this will all make sense eventually. So I'm just giving that a little bit of a score line there. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. So what should I say, 3/8 of an inch, 1, 2, 3. I do know what I'm doing really. And then it's going to be 2.5 tall. So 1, bottom edge. So now we've got the basic shape of my pocket, and then I'm just going to miter these corners. And just shape the top edges. So that's our pocket for one side. Let's check it for size. Yeah, that's okay. Still feel I need something to finish this edge off. Let's make the other one. So go at the top, they will be the same. Can I get away with, probably get away with that at the top there, the same, just that piece of paper will strengthen the top edge. I think that will probably be enough. It's not like we're going to be storing anything excessive in these pockets, is it? I'm just lining these up on my mat just so I've got them, you know, that so they end up roughly the same size, these pockets. And then we want it 2.5 inches tall. So I'll do the same here. So we've got a pocket on each side there. And then the other one I think was going to be 5.5 inches wide. It's 5.5, it's 5.25 inches wide. I need the other one. So that's 5.25, and the white bit is 5. If I do 5.25 from here, 1/4 and 1/2 inch, 5 1/4, 5 3/4 all together. Right, okay. So I do know what I'm doing really. 1 2 3 4 5 3/4. And 2.5 inches tall. We're not going to have much. Not going to have much of a gusset at the bottom on this one. That doesn't look very straight to me. It's obviously printed wonky. So I don't think we're going to get a gusset there really, are we? Sorry, I'm thinking, and I can't articulate what I'm thinking while I'm thinking it. I want a gusset at the bottom of this pocket like I've done on the 2 side ones. But because it's got the words there, 'tis the season, and they're closer to the bottom of the pocket, I can only really use this white edge. No, that's just going to be silly. Right, we won't have a bottom gusset on this one. Let's make an executive decision. So we'll just cut that white edge off. Probably want some strengthening again, so what should we use? What have I got here? Got a scrap piece of paper. Surely I have a scrap piece of paper. This is just a piece of junk mail, a junk mail flyer that I've grabbed. Purely just to strengthen this up as it's a pocket. So we'll chop this side off, and then we'll make this 2.5 inches tall. And then again, we want to just give this one some side gussets. Oops, it needs to come over a bit more. Didn't line my ruler up in quite the right place. Right, and then let's see. Oh, I cut it too narrow again. I cut it the width without adding a little bit extra on that side. What a numpty. Oh well, we'll just have a gusset one side, at least it will make things easier to go in and out. This is the trouble trying to think when you're filming. Can't do two things at once. Right, so they're all my pockets. What did I do with the other two? They're there. So I want to make little divots, just a little notch in the top edge of each one. So you can see their pockets and it's easier to get things in and out. Just that's about the middle-ish. So I've got my circle punch here. I believe this is a 1-inch circle punch. Go in the middle-ish. I have some of that. Let's do some inking. Who knew making pockets could be such a challenge? It is when I'm doing them. So on each side, and then this one for the middle. Our odd one gusseted pocket. Right, so now I do want something to cover up this edge before I stick these pockets down. So if I used this gold, I don't know if it's wide enough actually. I don't think that's going to be wide enough to wrap around both edges like I've done with the trim. No, it won't be. So I need something else to finish the bottom off. I haven't got enough of that crochet trim, and to be honest, I think that would be too much to use it at the bottom as well. Just trim this so we can see what we're looking at. Don't want the candles on sideways, do we? Okie dokie. What I want is a strip. I'm overthinking this, but all I need is something just to go along the bottom. And then on this side I might put that gold. I think that will look quite nice on the front. So I just want something to go along here. So how deep would I want it to be? 1/2 inch will be enough. Probably need 2 strips, won't I? So let's pop them up there so you can see what I'm doing. Let's cut a couple of 1/2 inch strips. fingers won't work. My fingers are really cold actually. The rest of me is not cold. I've got this nice jumper on and a long sleeve t-shirt underneath. But my fingers are cold. Right, let's get rid of those white bits. So that can go along there. Bearing in mind most of this is going to be hidden. And then another, just take the white edges off. And I'm going to take the 1/2 inch strip off of this edge so that we've also got the red triangles rather than the green. Not that it's going to matter, but just to be consistent. I mean, you're hardly going to see any of this. So we're going to pop that there and that there. Just think about whether to ink them, but I think I'll just ink the edge of the page once these are down. And I'm just going to glue stick them because I am going to go and stitch around this in a moment. Just deciding whether to overlap these or just butt them up against each other. Okay, we're getting there slowly but surely. Now, I did glue that shut, but it's just peeking open slightly. So, add a bit more glue in here. And hope that that will do the trick. So that's that side. That's making me happier. I think that looks better. So then by the time we've got these pockets on, you're really not going to notice that at all. So they're going to be like that. Much nicer. Now what I'm just going to do is pop down the ribbon on the other side and then I'm going to go and stitch. So again, I'm just going to glue stick this because I just want it to hold in place while I stitch. And glue stick will be enough to do that. I'm just looking for my bone folder. Can you see it? Oh, I can see it. Peeking. Because I just want to make sure that goes in those creases. Right, I'm going to pop you on pause while I go and do some stitching, and then I'll be back again. Okay, I'm back again. So I've stitched around all the pockets just to give them that finished look. I've stitched all around each section of the book. So now I'm just going to stick the pockets in, and then obviously they will need decorating and what have you, but I think I'll leave it there for today because it's nearly time for me to get hubby's breakfast sorted for him. Did I ink these? I think I did. Yeah, so I will probably decorate these off camera, save you that pain of watching me trying to make a decision. You know what I'm like with my decorating. And I will, you know, show you the finished article at some point, either on another video or I'll post some pictures on Instagram or something. So let's stick these in where they're supposed to be. Take some of these excess threads off. So I'm using art glitter glue for this because I want to make sure they stay in, and I think it's a little bit stronger than glue stick. I was going to say glue gun then. No, that wouldn't be right. Something long way round there. So these might need a little minute to grab because obviously they're backed with paper and they're stitched, so they're quite thick now. So we just pop. Oh, lost me paper clips. Just going to stick a paper clip on each one just to hold it in place while it gives the glue a chance to grab. Max does like putting his bone in my craft box that's down on the floor next to me. Right, so they are all in there. They need a few minutes to adhere. So that is how we are looking at the moment. I have pockets each side, and then this is going to, oh dear, I pocket in the wrong place here. Let's see if I can redo this one. Might have to remake the pocket if I rip it. Let's try again. Oh, that one's well and truly stuck. Hoping that this won't be noticeable. Deary, deary me. What a mess you've made, Karen. But if the worst comes to the worst, you know, I can cover that again with another piece of paper and I can make another pocket, so it's not the end of the world. Let's try and get that away from the fold, Karen, so that you can actually close the book, the folio, whatever you want to call it. Right, yeah, that's a bit better. Let's pop that back on there. So that's how we're looking at the moment. So as I say, I'm going to leave that to dry and then I'll do a bit of decoration and I will show you at some time in the future how it is looking. That's how it is so far. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed watching me finish that off. So it is finished now, it just needs decorating and then I can use it to store Christmassy bits in there. I might make a little notepad to keep in there, you know, for lists and things. But I'm going to pop that on there for now so that it has a chance to stick. So, as I say, thanks for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed that. Look after yourselves. Stay safe until next time. Enjoy your own crafty time. Bye bye.